all Houston Rockets tonight from beginning to end as they blow out the Sacramento Kings. Largest victory of the season, 128-97. The final score as the Rockets pick up their 20th home victory of the season. Fun Can't Lose is presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. What a night for that young man, Calvin Murphy. Reed Sheppard scored 20 in the first half, finishes the game with a 28.9 and a career-high 7 three-pointers made.
Kevin, if I'm not mistaken, I mentioned a long time ago, soon as he got comfortable and figured out the NBA style of play, he's going to take his game to another level. And is that what he's doing right now? 28 points a night, 28 easy points.
Yeah, 7 straight games for Reed Sheppard in which he has scored in double figures. And has shot the basketball extremely well, about 47% from three-point range during that stretch. Tonight, it's not going to go down. 7 for 16 from three-point range tonight for Reed Sheppard.
I like the fact that his teammates are starting to have a lot of confidence in him. They're trying to get him as many shots as possible, setting picks, looking for him on the weak side, one ball removed. That's how you get the confidence of your teammates, by once they set the pick and get you the shot, you put it in the basket.
Yeah, 44-point second quarter tonight, part of a 77-point first half. Rockets led by 27 at halftime. They cruised to the victory, 128-97. Let's hear from head coach Ime Udoka.
Ime, a career high in threes for Reed. What did you like about his night and his start?
Aggressiveness, hunting his shots. You know, the fact that he got 12 up in the first half tells you all you need to know. The way he was looking for that. And then, you know, wanted him to get up more than 4 in the second half. We told him at halftime, but great job overall. And then, like I said, very aggressive, but made the right plays as well.
Double for Alperen Sengun. What did you like about the two-man game between Reed and Sengun?
Yeah, Alpe's made a concentrated effort to set screens and hold them and free guys up. And when he does that and they're making shots at the clip that they are, it opens up the pocket pass for him, and he's either going to really score or make a really good read there. And so had a nice balance going in the pick and roll. We knew they were going to double him quite a bit, so it led to some open shots as well, and guys made them.
Coach, even though this is a low-volume three-point shooting team, how important is the aggression from Reed and that math in terms of what that does for everything else in the half court if he's being that aggressive overall? Yeah,
I mean, it opens it up. It's who he is and, you know, part of his game. And we have 3 very different guys in pick and roll. And, you know, he brings some of what I said Fred brought last year, which is, you know, they don't blitz him as much as they do Kevin, so that he has more space to operate. And if we set good screens and he sets his man up, he can walk into those threes. And so want him to take those all the time. His off-ball relocation is really good, and guys are looking for him on kickouts, offensive rebounds as well. And so, he's a huge threat from there, and you know you can see it by how teams guard him as soon as he comes in with one of the better defenders on him. And got to go in tonight. Great job screening from guys and knock them down.
Of course, earlier you had a couple of losses against teams like New Orleans and Sacramento. Do you feel like your team is starting to kind of learn a lesson when they're going against teams that are shorthanded or teams that you probably should beat?
Yeah, we'd like to. I mean, play consistent regardless of who we're playing against. Play the same way, and that's kind of what happened in those games. And we did some good things in most of those games because we had big leads and lost them. And so, you know, I don't say we're coming out complacent. We just didn't maintain the lead and do some of the things that we did to get it. And so, you'd like to learn that lesson and avoid those things, especially when the standings are so tight and you're coming down the stretch here.
I know it's a luxury, but with the back-to-back coming up, how big was it for you to get those guys off their feet in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, it was huge. That was the plan, and talked about at halftime. Let's come out really strong in the first 5 minutes. They made a little bit of a run, but I think they were +9 at one point, and we ended up +5 in that quarter to, you know, bounce it back up. So, you know, it's not going to be a perfect game the whole time, but to get them out in the fourth quarter and some of the guys in the late third was really good, knowing we got a quick turnaround tomorrow.
Coach, in terms of what Reed is able to do offensively, is there ever a time where you could see potentially you guys like tweaking how you guys see the low volume 3-point thing, or is it more of a development how he continues to grow in that area?
Low volume from our team or him and just our team? Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's when he has the ball and what he does in the pick and roll, he's a threat from, you know, deep range, and, you know, we're setting those screens really high, but he can also get downhill and attack. So, like I said, you know, Fred and even Jalen before would walk into a lot of threes. Kevin takes his pick, you know, he has some and, you know, gets to his mid range as well. But when he has that space to operate, we want to let it fly every time. And so his pick and roll is going to be what it is. And I think he's learning to find the pocket a little bit more, and the skip passes are good. But off ball, he's obviously a really good threat as well. Guys find him. We got a lot of off ball action movement with him being the recipient. Thank you.
Rockets win big, 128-97. That man right there, triple-double. We'll hear from him when we come back. It's post-game presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors here at SCHN. Kia player profiles talk about Alperen Sengun. When you get 26 points, 13 rebounds, and 11 assists, well, that's called a triple-double, Murph. And it was a big one tonight in 32 minutes.
You took the words out of my mouth. He did it in 32 minutes. He did it in 32 minutes. But, he did it in the confines of what the Rockets tried to do collectively. He just wasn't out there going for his. What he simply did was make his moves when he was able to, play the one-on-one. Of course, thing that impresses me is that when everybody moves and in the space, he can find people. That's how he got his 11 assists.
Yeah, Jabari played 33 minutes tonight. Alperen Sengun played 32. Reed Sheppard played 32. That was basically it as far as the starters. Everybody else under 30 minutes in this game tonight. Tari Eason only played about 21 minutes. Kevin Durant played 28 minutes. And the reason to bring that up is, of course, you have to play again tomorrow night in Orlando.
On the road. And don't forget, now Thompson hopefully will be back tomorrow also, who didn't even play tonight because of his injury.
All right, Rockets win it tonight going away as they beat the Sacramento Kings, split the season series, 2 blowout wins here at Toyota Center. Latest coming, well, just a few minutes ago, 128-97, the final score. Tonight, Josh Okogie tonight, really, he had those big threes in the third quarter where he really got rolling, finishes with 14 points in this one tonight. And when you really needed him the most, you think about it, Amen Thompson, Dorian Finney-Smith not playing on the front half of a back-to-back. Jayshawn Tate not walking through that door anytime soon. You needed Josh Okogie in this one tonight.
But see, that's the importance of being mentally ready to do your job. And the fact of the matter is that everybody has such respect for each other's game that when the flow was spread like that, they immediately looked for him on the weak side because his defense was trying to cheat in to help. Mm-hmm. He got the ball. He hit those 2 big threes that got the Rockets going. And then from there, he just got into his groove.
Yeah, he was living in that corner and living well. 128-97, the final score. We got more to come here on the postgame presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. And this is really it's a good move by Tari Eason, but a veteran move by Russell Westbrook. When a guy goes by you like that, you just act like, well, yeah.
Like it wasn't me.
Yeah. Where was the hell?
But you know what, though? Tari did a nice job faking like he's going to the baseline, which got him out of position, then stepped over his inside foot.
See, I told you, that's a veteran move right there. You turn around and look at the center and go, thought you were coming to help.
It's like, we just discussed that.
Weren't you listening to that last time out? Here's your final score. 128-97 all Rockets in this one. I come back and wrap this one up, tell you about tomorrow's game coming up next.
I put a couple of those.
128-97, the final score back here on the postgame presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Big night tonight from Reed Sheppard, finishes with 28 points. Let's hear from him.
Career high in 3-pointers with 7 tonight. At what point as a shooter do you just know that it's going to be your night, that that you pretty much everything that you're shooting has a chance to go in?
Yeah. Anytime I can get up 16 threes, hopefully I can make at least 7. So just my teammates being able to find me and get me open shots. I got a lot of kickouts, driving kicks. I got a couple off the dribble, but for the most part, it was off some passes from inside and out. So it was, a lot of that was just from my teammates and trusting me to make a shot.
As a team, y'all aren't a huge 3-point shooting team. Obviously, you are. When you're out there, do you feel the need to kind of stretch the defense and be aggressive for that shot?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I do. I shoot threes. So just being able to kind of, like you said, space the floor, try and get guys not to stand in the gap and try and get some other guys open, let Kevin and Alpy do their thing and try and space the floor a little bit. But yeah, just going out there and trying to make the right play.
Reed, how important was it for you guys to finish a game like this? You know, you've been in these spots before, team you should be, but to actually finish them out.
Yeah, no, it's huge. You know, every game that we have a big lead going into the fourth should end up like this. You know, teams are going to make their runs, but if we're up, we should keep our foot on the gas and continue to play simple and play the right way, which got us in that lead. And you know, we did that tonight. So just being able to see ourselves do that, I think it's huge.
And how much have you worked on your ball handling? How much has your improved ball handling just helped you get up better shots, especially when you're coming off a pick and roll?
Yeah, a lot. You know, I mean, we work on ball handling every day. So just being more comfortable, more and more comfortable, you know, in the pick and roll and handling with pressure and just getting from handling pressure coming off the screen to getting the pickup and getting your shot up quick. So just continuing to continue to work on that is huge.
Reed, in terms of the frequency, this team doesn't take a lot of threes, but
All right, so the Rockets will head out on the road, take on the Orlando Magic, one of 6 or 7 teams in the NBA with single-digit home losses. Orlando, then they travel south to Miami, and then they will go to our nation's capital to take on the Wizards. So a 3-game road trip coming up for the Houston Rockets. Our coverage tomorrow night here on SCHM begins at what time, Murph? 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. I'll be here.
One thing, Calvin is always early. And if you're going to be here, I'll be at the studio. So
you know what I meant. I'll be at the game.
I know what you meant. Good win tonight by the Rockets as they beat the Sacramento Kings 128-97. Again, coverage tomorrow night here on SCHN starts at 6 o'clock as the Rockets begin a 3-game road trip in Orlando. It's